You ever wonder why you never seem to have any luck with women, even though you're such a great, loving guy? It's because you have some major character flaws. Those boys you think are horrible people and are baffled by how women would rather go for them than you. They possess certain personality traits which make them remarkably attractive. Understand this crucial bit of info, which almost every guy tends to overlook or misunderstand. She is not into those bad boys because they do terrible things which cause others harm. Not at all. You don't have to be flipping coke on the streets to be attractive to women. It simply happens to be that guys who possess those traits, which women find attractive, they're also the not-so-law-abiding folks. Well, what does that mean for you? It means that you need to change some of your ways. Imagine being a good dude, but also being able to turn women on, like how some gang member probably would. All the good guys you know who bag women with ease, they're already in on the game. I'm about to put you on too. Without any further ado, let's dive right in. Number 1. You must be ready to walk away if the need be. Brothers, the biggest mistake one can do is become overly invested in a woman. Becoming overly invested means becoming too dependent on a certain outcome which you don't have much control over, her life choices. You don't want to be a slave to her decisions. If you fall victim to it, you'll lose any chance of happiness you could have had in your life. What you should actually try to do is to never fear losing her, or matter of fact, anything in your life. It's like how Tony says to Peter in that one movie, if you're nothing without the suit, you shouldn't have it. You need to have that attitude with everything in life. Never get attached to anything to the extent that you can't walk away from it. When you become nonchalant and stop caring about the little tests she's doing, you'll end up severely puzzling her. She'll be utterly confused and go like, wait, out of all the guys begging for a chance with me, why is he not chasing me? What is it that makes him different? When you have her differentiating you from the crowd, that's when you know you're on the right track. Number 2. You must exude the comfort of someone who's been there before. Do you know what the ultimate flex is? It isn't flying in first class and posting it all geeked up on all your social media accounts. That just screams, look at me, this is the first time I made it this far. People close to you might be supportive of your accomplishments, but others, the people who mean business and who you're looking to impress to advance further in life, they'll know you're an amateur. And trust me, it has long-term consequences. It becomes harder to break into certain circles since they believe you're not, quote-unquote, on their level, that you're just a newbie who's lost. Brothers, it's crucial that whenever you're trying to upgrade your status in the social hierarchy, you must act as if you've experienced it all before. It's more of a defense mechanism than a trick. You can save yourself from a lot of potential bad rep in this manner. The same thing goes in the dating market. Girls choose guys which other girls approve of. If you're acting with an abundance mindset, knowing there's too many women out there to stress over a few, she'll be attracted to you automatically. Number 3. You must be indifferent to opinions. Guess what? There are more than 8 billion people in the world, and every single one of them, if they come across you, is going to have a unique opinion of you. There is no changing that. Some opinions you might like, others you might hate, and some which might make you want to off yourself on the spot. That's the world we live in. If you're past your teenage years and still haven't figured out how to deal with opinions, it's just disappointing. People are always going to have a lot to say about everything you do, but the truth is, they never know the full picture. They never know your background or why you do the things you do. They don't know a thing about the game you're playing. They think they do based on the 5% they see on the surface. You and I both know that's insufficient to draw conclusions from. Therefore, you must focus on the game you're playing and be disengaged with whatever anybody has to say. The man who does that will always succeed in life, because he'll never be trying to follow anyone. Everyone has their own little life game and none are ever the same. If you take opinions too seriously and change your ways based on someone who didn't even see the full picture, you'll be setting yourself up for failure. Number 3. Be an apologizer. I know what you're thinking. Wait, bad boys don't apologize. Maybe not. But what I mean is, You want to apologize rather than be asking for permissions. If you find yourself asking for permission always, instead of just doing what you feel like doing, you're basically being controlled by some invisible strings. Hence, it's better to mess up and ask for forgiveness than to forsake your free will. If you want to invest the bonus you got into a promising crypto coin, you don't need permission. Society will tell you to be independent, but it will never tell you to break rules sometimes. The truth is, you'll have to bend the rules. You'll have to follow your own rules if you want to make it anywhere. I'm not saying take stupid risks, always calculate well and in depth, but never be afraid to pave your own road. If things go horribly south, you can always apologize and try to make things right. But at least you would have done something, made some progress, learned some lesson, instead of never taking a step since you were waiting to get somebody's permission. That's pathetic. Number 4. Be mentally indestructible. Women aside, first tell me, are you at a state mentally where nobody can hurt or even touch you? Have you built that warrior's mental strength to guide you through the storms of life? If you haven't, you really have bigger fish to fry than just whining about how women treat you. Mental rigor is what determines your discipline. It dictates how much someone can throw you off balance, and you still remain composed. If you're mentally strong, you'll realize that when a girl isn't showing interest, it's not even a personal attack. It's just a declaration of her specific wants, desires, and preferences. And keep in mind, her value system isn't representative of every woman. You'll only be able to see through this lens if you have the mental fortitude to overlook that momentary pain and rationally process her decisions. This is another aspect of having an abundance mindset. Lastly, number 5. Understand that relationships are a choice. Guess what? Relationships aren't anything that's a must-have. You can be happy and content all by yourself too. You're automatically more attractive when your self-esteem is not dependent on having a partner to validate your existence. If you do get into a relationship, it should be a choice where both parties are willing to bring good values on the table. When you treat relationships like a good add-on, instead of handing them prime importance, you'll be setting yourself up for success. Therefore, make sure you sit back and relax. Some things are best when they aren't forced, when they're allowed to take place naturally. Till the time something pops up, you want to simply focus on prioritizing yourself. Have your own set of goals and ambitions. Don't feel any pressure to conform to anybody. You've got to be kind to yourself and even allow yourself some room for failure. There you have it then. Follow these 5 pointers and you'll truly elevate your game. Make sure you drop a like and subscribe for more future content. See you in the next one. Stay blessed.